The air hung heavy with the smell of dust, not rain. John looked out at his parched cornfield, a grim testament to the shifting realities of farming in a changing climate. Years ago, his father taught him to read the sky, to predict the rhythm of rain and sun. But the sky, it seemed, now spoke a language John struggled to understand. His corn, once a proud symbol of abundance, withered under the relentless sun, a stark reminder of climate change's growing grip on American agriculture. John's story is not unique. It's a shared narrative unfolding in fields and farmhouses across the United States. Climate change, once a distant threat, has become an undeniable reality for America's farmers. Rising temperatures, erratic rainfall, and extreme weather events are no longer abstract concepts, but tangible challenges impacting crop yields, food prices, and the very fabric of rural communities. The breadbasket of the world, the United States, faces a future of uncertainty as climate change reshapes the agricultural landscape. Understanding these challenges and embracing innovative solutions is paramount, not just for farmers like John, but for all of us who rely on the food they produce. The foundation of agriculture is a delicate dance between predictable weather patterns and the life cycles of crops. Climate change, however, is disrupting this intricate choreography. Rising temperatures, fueled by greenhouse gas emissions, are altering the length of growing seasons, increasing the frequency of extreme heat waves, and pushing some regions towards unsustainable aridity. Rainfall, once a reliable source of life, has become unpredictable, swinging between devastating droughts and intense floods. These shifts in weather patterns have dire consequences for crop production. Many staple crops like corn, wheat, and soybeans are highly sensitive to temperature and water stress. Extreme heat during pollination can dramatically reduce yields, while prolonged droughts can decimate entire harvests. The increasing unpredictability makes it challenging for farmers to plan, invest, and ultimately sustain their livelihoods. The once familiar rhythms of the seasons are fading, replaced by a volatile climate that threatens the very foundation of American agriculture. The ripple effects of climate change on agriculture extend far beyond farm fences, reaching our dinner plates and impacting global food security. As crop yields become increasingly vulnerable to extreme weather, the supply of essential foodstuffs is jeopardized. This instability in production can lead to shortages, price spikes, and potential disruptions in the food supply chain, both domestically and internationally. The consequences are particularly alarming for vulnerable populations who rely heavily on staple crops for sustenance. Reduced yields and rising food prices can exacerbate food insecurity, malnutrition, and social unrest, especially in developing nations heavily reliant on agricultural imports. The interconnectedness of the global food system means that climate-related shocks in one part of the world can reverberate across borders, underscoring the need for international cooperation and sustainable agricultural practices. Beyond the immediate threat to food security, climate change's impact on agriculture also carries significant economic implications. Erratic weather patterns lead to fluctuations in crop yields, which in turn drive volatility in food prices. Droughts, floods, and heat waves can decimate harvests, pushing up the cost of essential foodstuffs like grains, fruits, and vegetables. These price hikes disproportionately affect low-income families who spend a higher percentage of their income on food. Rising food costs can exacerbate poverty, reduce access to nutritious food, and create economic strain on households already struggling to make ends meet. The economic consequences of climate change in agriculture are far-reaching, impacting consumers, producers, and the overall stability of the agricultural sector. The impact of climate change on agriculture extends beyond crop yields and economic indicators. It strikes at the heart of rural communities. Agriculture is often the economic engine of these communities, providing jobs, supporting local businesses, and shaping the cultural fabric of rural life. As climate change threatens agricultural viability, it also jeopardizes the social and economic well-being of these communities. Farm closures, job losses, and declining population can erode the social fabric, leading to a loss of identity and a sense of hopelessness. The resilience of rural communities is inextricably linked to the health of their agricultural systems. Across the vast expanse of the United States, farmers are living testaments to the changing climate and its impact on agriculture. In California, once the nation's fruit and vegetable basket, prolonged droughts and wildfires are forcing farmers to abandon their land or make difficult choices about which crops to prioritize. The story is similar in the Midwest, where increasingly heavy rainfall and flooding are delaying planting seasons and damaging crops. Statistics paint a stark picture of these challenges. According to the USDA, climate change could reduce U.S. agricultural productivity to levels not seen since the 1980s. The frequency and intensity of extreme weather events are also on the rise. The 2012 drought, for example, caused an estimated $20 billion in agricultural losses, highlighting the vulnerability of the sector to climate extremes. These stories and statistics underscore the urgency for action and the need for innovative solutions to address the challenges facing American agriculture. While the challenges posed by climate change are daunting, farmers are known for their resilience and ingenuity. Across the country, farmers are adapting their practices to mitigate the impacts of a changing climate. These adaptations range from water conservation techniques like drip irrigation and drought-resistant crops to innovative farming practices like no-till agriculture, which helps sequester carbon in the soil. Farmers are also increasingly turning to technology and data-driven solutions. Precision agriculture, which utilizes sensors, GPS, and data analytics, allows farmers to optimize resource use, monitor crop health, and make informed decisions about planting, irrigation, and harvesting. By embracing these adaptive strategies, farmers are demonstrating their commitment to sustainability and their determination to continue feeding the nation in the face of a changing climate. Addressing the complex challenges of climate change in agriculture requires a multifaceted approach that goes beyond individual adaptation efforts. Government policies play a crucial role in supporting farmers, promoting sustainable agricultural practices, and investing in research and development. Policies that incentivize carbon sequestration, promote water conservation, and provide financial assistance during extreme weather events are essential for building a more resilient agricultural system. Consumers also have a role to play by making informed choices about the food they consume and supporting sustainable agricultural practices. Reducing food waste, choosing locally sourced produce, and advocating for policies that support climate-smart agriculture can collectively contribute to a more sustainable food system. The future of American agriculture depends on a collective effort that recognizes the interconnectedness of climate change, food security, and the well-being of rural communities. By embracing innovation, collaboration, and a shared commitment to sustainability, we can cultivate a future where agriculture thrives, even in the face of a changing climate.